Sterling Hayden lived a life that never quite fit into the neat frame of Hollywood stardom. While audiences saw a towering, rugged actor on screen, the man behind the roles often felt disconnected from fame. Born in New Jersey in 1916, his early life was shaped by loss and change after his father's passing and his mother's remarriage. Even as a child, he showed signs of independence and restlessness. Unlike many who dreamed of movie sets, he longed for the sea. Adventure, not applause, was his first calling. This early desire for freedom stayed with him throughout his life. Hollywood may have given him recognition, but it never fully captured his heart. Instead, he remained someone searching for meaning beyond the spotlight, constantly balancing between public success and a deeply private, introspective world. Drawn to the sea, not the stage. Before acting ever entered the picture, Hayden had already begun carving out a life of adventure. As a teenager, he left school and took to the sea, working his way up from a shipmate to eventually captaining vessels in his early 20s. Sailing wasn't just a job, it was a passion that grounded him. The unpredictability of the ocean, its beauty and danger shaped his perspective on life. These experiences gave him a sense of purpose that Hollywood never quite matched. Even later, when he became famous, he often returned to the sea as a refuge. It represented freedom, authenticity, and escape from the artificial world of film. His connection to sailing also influenced his writing and worldview, giving him a depth that set him apart from many of his peers. For Hayden, the sea was not just a place, it was home. A reluctant entry into Hollywood. Hayden's transition into acting was almost accidental. With his striking appearance and commanding presence, he caught the attention of Paramount Pictures, which offered him a contract despite his lack of experience. In the 1940s, he quickly rose to prominence, appearing in films like Virginia and Bahama Passage. Studios marketed him as a leading man, emphasizing his looks and charisma. Yet Hayden never fully embraced that image. He often spoke openly about acting as something he did for financial reasons rather than personal fulfillment. Unlike many stars of his era, he resisted being molded into a predictable Hollywood figure. This tension between his public image and private feelings would follow him throughout his career, shaping both his choices and his legacy. Courage in a time of war. When World War II began, Hayden stepped away from Hollywood to serve his country. He joined the Office of Strategic Services, the forerunner of modern intelligence agencies, and took part in dangerous missions across Europe. Operating under an alias, he worked alongside resistance groups, delivering supplies and support in high-risk environments. His service earned him honors for bravery, reflecting not just courage, but commitment. These experiences left a lasting impression on him, shaping his political views and deepening his skepticism toward authority. War exposed him to the complexities of human conflict in a way that few actors ever experience firsthand. It also reinforced his sense of independence and moral questioning. When he returned to Hollywood, he carried those experiences with him, making it harder to reconcile the realities of life with the illusions of the film industry. Success on screen, conflict within. Despite his internal struggles, Hayden delivered powerful performances that left a lasting mark on cinema. In The Asphalt Jungle, directed by John Huston, he portrayed a complex criminal with depth and restraint. He later worked with Stanley Kubrick in The Killing, a film that showcased his intensity and presence. One of his most memorable roles came in Dr. Strangelove, where his portrayal added a sharp edge to the film's dark satire. He also appeared in The Godfather, contributing to one of cinema's most celebrated stories. Through these roles, he proved his talent repeatedly. Yet even at the height of success, he remained conflicted, often questioning the value of fame compared to a more authentic life. A career that spanned generations. As the film industry evolved, Hayden adapted while staying true to his unique style. He explored television roles during the 1970s, appearing in projects like The Star Lost and Bannatyck. These appearances allowed him to experiment with different storytelling formats and reach new audiences. He continued acting in films such as King of the Gypsies and Winter Kills, taking on roles that matched his ability to portray complex, often conflicted characters. Even in lighter projects like 9 to 5, he showed his versatility. His later work demonstrated a willingness to evolve while maintaining his authenticity. Rather than chasing trends, he chose roles that resonated with his personality, ensuring that his performances remained grounded and believable. Writing, as a form of reflection beyond acting, Hayden found another powerful outlet in writing. His autobiography, Wanderer, offered a candid look into his life, revealing both his adventures and inner struggles. The book was praised for its honesty, capturing the complexity of a man who had lived many lives. Later, he wrote Voyage, drawing heavily from his experiences at sea. Through writing, he was able to express thoughts and emotions that film roles could not fully capture. It became a space where he could explore identity, purpose, and the contradictions within himself. His literary work added depth to his legacy, showing that he was not just an actor, but a thoughtful observer of life. Writing allowed him to leave behind something more personal and enduring than his on-screen performances: family, relationships, and personal life. Throughout his life, Hayden experienced several important relationships that shaped his personal journey. He was married multiple times and had 6 children, each relationship bringing its own challenges and growth. His marriages reflected both his desire for connection and the difficulties of balancing family life with a restless spirit. Despite periods of conflict, fatherhood remained deeply important to him. In later years, he found greater stability and spent more time with his family, building connections that brought him a sense of peace. Those close to him often described him as thoughtful and introspective, someone who valued meaningful relationships over superficial ones. While his personal life was not without struggle, it also showed his capacity for growth. Over time, he moved toward a quieter, more grounded way of living, focusing on what truly mattered: a legacy of authenticity and freedom. Sterling Hayden passed away in 1986, leaving behind a legacy that extends far beyond film. He is remembered not only for his performances, but for the way he lived, honestly, independently, and often on his own terms. His story resonates because it reflects a universal struggle: the search for meaning in a world full of expectations. Whether sailing across oceans, writing about his experiences, or acting in iconic films, he remained true to himself. He may have been part of Hollywood's golden age, but he never allowed it to define him. Instead, he carved out his own path, one shaped by curiosity, reflection, and a deep desire for freedom. In the end, his life stands as a reminder that success is not just about recognition, but about staying true to who you are.